What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's us. Let's get productive. So today we're going to be going over a brand new plugin called Fraction. Now this comes from Eraform and Prototype Audio. It's a really dope synth plugin. We're going to dive in detail about all of the things that I really like about this plugin, and there's more than a few. One of the main things being ease of use and incredible sound design. I like plugins that I don't have to do a lot to get a lot out of it. So without wasting any more time, we're going to get right into it. Eraform, Prototype Audio, Fraction. Let's see what this thing is all about. So as always, I have Logic queued up, and this is Fraction. Now, right off the bat, you can see one of my favorite things about a VST is when it's visually stunning to look at. Obviously, VSTs, plugins, they're all about the sounds. But when you can match and couple together functionality, really dope sound design with a really dope looking UI, there's something kind of inspirational about that, something that kind of sparks those creative juices when what you're looking at looks good. So you have two different sound engines here, so you can kind of mix and match sounds and do a lot in the sound design department to come up with your own sounds. You have this section right here and you have this section right here. Now, I'm not going to go over every single aspect of this plugin because I know y'all want to get right into what the presets sound like. But just to show you a few things with the controls right here, you have your humanize section and you can turn that up or turn that down. And what that's going to do is that's going to add artifacts in the background of the synth itself to make it sound more humanized. So for example, on 0, this sound sounds like that, but you could turn up the humanize and it sounds. You have your filter section right here, two different filter sections, and you have a vintage section. So if you turn this up, it'll take a sound that sounds like this and add a bit more of a vintage feel to it, adding a bit more raspiness and some retro elements to the sound to kind of dirty it up a little bit. So that's really cool. You have your preset section. You can click on that. And I love how they have the presets displayed. Now, when you purchase this thing, it's going to come with 3 expansions right off the back of sounds. And depending on what expansion you want to go through, you can click on it. So let's start with immersive over here at the side. You click on that, it brings up a display of the expansion itself, and it gives you a bit of details about what you can expect from that expansion pack. You have these tabs up here at the top, so you can select the type of sound you're looking for. So you can go to bells and just double click on a bell. Now in the center here, you have this display. And moving this box right here that they call the algorithm, moving this box around is going to allow you to change the character of your sound through LFOs and different effects and layers just so you can hear. And of course, all of this stuff can be automated, so you can really dive in and create some really interesting effects with some of the sounds inside of this thing. This bar right here is your fractalized section, and that's going to allow you to add gating and a bit of crushing to your sound by just moving the bar up and down. The smooth section right here, you can just select it, and it's going to automatically add a bit of low pass filter with a bit of space and stuff in the background to kind of just give you a smoother sound. You have this color tab right here that you can click, and it's going to add analog brightness and a bit of width to your sound to add some color. You have your mono glide right here, and then you have your pitch mod, which is probably my favorite part of this plugin is the pitch mod. Because of the sound design inside of this plugin and because of the fact that it's a synth mixed with some of the retro elements inside of this thing, playing around with the pitch modulation, it just adds a different layer of character to your sound that just makes it so cool and so nuanced. And just let me just let you hear real quick. So you can go from a sound being straightforward with no modulation, just like this, or you can turn up the pitch modulation and get a bit of bend in that sound. And you can also adjust the range of the pitch glide if you want it to be a bit more aggressive. Obviously, pitch glide pitch modulation. It's not something new. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is having that effect with the incredible sound design inside of this thing makes the synth sounds inside of here sound so real. Like it sounds like you're using a real synth, especially when you couple it with the vintage effect right over here on the right side. Now you can jump up to the advanced section, and in the advanced section is where you're going to be able to really jump back and forth between different expansion packs between the layers. So you have layer A and layer B, and you can change the sounds around and couple sounds together and really dive into the sound design department and come up with your own synth. Use your envelope section, your ADSR, adjust the levels. If you hit the shatter button right here, it's gonna randomize the sounds and randomize the envelope section and give you a completely different sound. So you can go from something like this and then hit shatter, and it's gonna randomize the preset. And the randomization inside of this thing gives you some really cool sounds, as you can hear just by playing with this thing. Then you can click this tab up here and go into your effects section, and then you can go back to the main page, and that's basically it. It's really straightforward, really easy to use. Again, like I said earlier though, where this thing shines is in the presets and the sound design. So what I wanna do right now is I wanna go through some of these presets and let you hear what this thing sounds like straight out of the box. So let's check this thing. Let's randomly pick a different one, service key. Let's click the granulize tab and see some of these granulized sounds. As you can hear, like I said before, the sounds have so much nuance to it. And this is just one tab. This is the granulized tab, and I'm just playing around with different sounds. We can click on plucks. Here's some of the plucks. But yeah, that's just some of the sounds inside of this thing. I think it has some really clean sounding sounds. But what I want to do right now is I want to get right into the cookup. I want to show you guys a beat I made using this plugin. Now, this beat was actually really easy to put together with this plugin. Again, like I said, because of the nuance and the sounds. You don't have to layer so many sounds to get an interesting sounding composition. Let's check this thing out. Let's see what this beat is all about. that's it. That's the beat I made using Fraction. Now, like I said before, this plugin comes from Prototype Audio and Eraform, and they did an incredible job with this plugin. There's definitely a lot of room to create some really interesting expansion packs with this plugin with what's already in it. So like there's a lot of room for growth, and they're starting off at a really incredible place. But let me know what you guys think. Is this a plugin you could see yourself adding to your arsenal? As always, if there's any new plugins you want to see me review on this channel, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll get to it as soon as I can. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.